Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. I would like to thank to each and every one of you for being here utilization from MAHSA University, Sarjana Putra Campus. I am Dr. Muhammad Azad Ahmad, lecturer of the Faculty of Health Sciences, MAHSA University, and I will be the moderating today's session. Today's webinar is a very interesting as well as important, in which we are going to talk about microplastic status and perspective. And this webinar is proudly organized by the Faculty of Health Sciences, MAHSA University. Dear viewers, before we proceed further, I would like to give you a brief overview of the programs offered by Faculty of Health Sciences at MAHSA University. Okay, in Faculty of Health Sciences, we have three main departments, which is the first one, a School of Physiotherapy. The second one is a Department of Environmental Health, and the third one is the Department of Medical Imaging. These are the programs offered by all the departments in the Faculty of Health Sciences. Okay, for the School of Physiotherapy, there are 4 programs. The first one is Diploma in Physiotherapy, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, okay, Bachelor of Physiotherapy (ODL), and Master of Physiotherapy. For Department of Environmental Health, we have Diploma in Environmental Health, Diploma in Occupational Safety and Health, Bachelor of Environmental Health and Safety and ODL. And for Department of Medical Imaging, we have 3 programs offered: Diploma in Medical Imaging Radiography, Bachelor of Medical Imaging, Honors in ODL. Why join health sciences? Of course, the first one is the high job demand, which is essential services. And the second one is the low risk of the job redundancy, which means it cannot be automated. We know that currently the AI already taking care of our work. So we'll join the health sciences and come a bit safe to everyone. And the opportunity to in a variety of settings. And the fourth one is a no boring work routine and a career you can feel good about. And the last one, of course, a lucrative remuneration. Okay, for Master of Physiotherapy, here are the entry requirements to enter for this program. Okay, for bachelor program, for physiotherapy, environmental health and safety, medical imaging, we look at the entry requirement, which is a matriculation, A-level and diploma. This information are available in our website as well. All right, for diploma program, we have in the diploma in physiotherapy, environmental health and medical imaging. Okay, the entry requirements are stated here. And all of our program actually is MQA accredited. For Diploma in Occupational Safety and Health is a 3-year program. Here are entry requirements for this program. Okay, why choose our faculty, which is Faculty of Health Sciences, MAHSA University? It's about the first point, it's experienced and dedicated international pool of academic staff. And secondly, interactive teaching emphasis on hands-on and clinical skill. We have a skilled person here to teach all the subject. Wide list of hospital institution for clinical industrial placement, accredited by MQA and JPA. Various study mode, conventional, open and distance learning. Right now we have the hybrid and so on. Cross teaching by expert. Here also we have a MAHSA scholarship to those who are selected. Okay, the first one is Haji Abdullah Academic Excellence Scholarship. We have Foundation Scholarship, okay, Blue Ribbon Scholarship, School Teacher Scholarship, Family Scholarship, and the last one, the Single Parent Scholarship. Okay, in our faculty also we have a few collaboration and affiliation with other international association, NGOs, and other university, local and also international. For the example, this is a student mobility program that our students have visited to Iryo Sosei University in Japan. Okay, and student mobility program for Lovely Professional University in India. Okay, few of our students also going for student mobility program in University of Sriwijaya, which in Indonesia. We welcome you to join us. Okay, this is our link, which is a Facebook uh, for MAHSA University, our Instagram, and our Twitter. Okay, please contact us through our MAHSA website or our faculty Facebook page to know more about our program, or simply leave a comment and we will get back to you. Your question concerning this webinar session will be listed in the chat box. Before we begin, let me tell you a little bit about today's topic. We know that microplastic has been detected in increasing amount of the atmosphere and has been recognized as an emerging persistent pollutant. This webinar looks into the data limitation and knowledge gaps on the atmospheric transport and the contribution of the particulate plastic to the consequent worsening of the overall urban ecology, and throws critical perspective on atmospheric microplastic pollution as a pressing global environmental health problem. We have here with us our speaker for today, which is Dr. Nur Azalina Suzianti binti Faisal. She is a lecturer in our department, Department of Mental Health, Faculty of Health Sciences. Okay, a bit background about Dr. Nur Azalina. Dr. Nur Azalina holds a PhD in mental health from UPM, same like me. Okay, master degree in mental health sciences, majoring in environmental health and toxicology, and bachelor degree in biomedicine. Okay, let's give the floor to Dr. Azalina to start with today's webinar.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Azwan, for moderating the webinar. So let me present my slide first. All right, can you see my slide, is it? All right, so I will present on the microplastic pollution, the current status and perspective, especially in Malaysia. Okay. So the primary purpose of today's webinar is to discuss on the microplastic and environment, the current status and the perspective, which is focusing on Malaysia. So we know that plastic are synthetic material that made up from organic polymers, which produced from polymerization of monomers obtained from gas and oil sources. And due to the plastic, which is the characteristics is inexpensive to produce, lightweight, physical, durable, and not easily degrade, the production has been drastically increased day by day. Okay, as you can see here, the graph in year 1950. 1.5 million metric tons of plastic were produced globally, but in the year of 2014, the annual production has increased to 311 million tons, and by year of 2021, the global production reached 397. Sorry. Yeah. So it increased into 397 million metric per ton. So this one made the in January 280, China had banned the import of waste in order to stop the crushing flow of low-grade plastic waste. So this ban had a profound impact throughout the world. So as a Western nation, they were suddenly confronted with the vast amount which is waste with no management strategy to deal with the plastic itself. So this highlight is made up of urgent need for us to restructure back the recycling system and the policy on the production of plastic and its disposal, which is additionally to the announcement of the Chinese that ban led the sharp fall in UE export price from plastic waste. Okay, so Europe is one of the largest producer of plastic in the world, followed by China. So for plastic pollution in Malaysia, Malaysia is one of the 10 countries in the world with improper plastic waste problems. So according to the report that published by WWF Malaysia, post-consumer plastic waste generation in Malaysia usually estimated to be around more than 1 million per ton. So it's estimated there will be 12 million metric ton of plastic waste on earth by 2050 if our current trend in plastic consumption is persists. And about half of 0.9 million ton of plastic waste have been illegally dumped into Malaysian water. So the most plastic waste found in Malaysia coastal is usually plastic bags, cigarette butts, and plastic bottles. So what is microplastic? Microplastic is a small plastic with length of fewer than 5 millimeter that can damage our environment, especially our aquatic life. So these microplastic usually are made up by carbon and hydrogen atom, which can be linked together to form polymer chains. So microplastic pollution is one of the global issue that affect the environment, animals, and humans. So the result of plastic waste has broken down into tiny pieces, often to be small and to be seen with our naked eyes. So microplastic can also be found in our water, soil, air, and can be devastating effect on our planet. So microplastic pollution is a growing problem, and it's important for us to understand the different perspective on this issue. So as you can see here from here, so this particle can come from varieties of sources, include the breakdown of larger plastic items, the shedding of microfiber from synthetic textile, and the direct release of microplastic during industrial process. So what are the scientists' perspective on this microplastic? The scientists are researching the effect of microplastic pollution and environment, and especially on human health. They also investigate on how microplastic are spread and how they can be prevented or can be reduced. So study has shown that the microplastic can be digested by animals and can accumulate in our environment and can lead to long-term damage. Scientists also have been concerned about the potential of microplastic to enter our food supply, and the research is still ongoing to understand the potential health impact of consuming the microplastic. Okay, so this is when you are imaging the picture is your drinking water. As you can see, if you can see the microplastic. So the current status of microplastic pollution is usually widespread and growing problem. So which microplastic usually can be found in our ocean, freshwater system, and even in air. So this impact can impact our wildlife, ecosystem, and human health, but we are not fully understood, and the research is still ongoing. And especially on the transfer of harmful chemical and pollutant to animals and humans. So the perspective of microplastic pollution is still not yet fully understood. So issue of microplastic pollution in Malaysia is also known as one of the silent killer because we did not take this matter seriously. So plastic pollution is a significant issue in Malaysia. So the amount of microplastic in marine water will be rise as plastic manufacturer rise. So Malaysia usually rank ranking in 8th place for the worst handling general waste globally and hardly managed around 0.94 million plastic in year 2010 due to 0.4 to 0.37 million which is end up in the ocean. So only few people are aware of this microplastic pollution that can cause lots of damage to us. Okay, so microplastic pollution cycle is introduced to the environment through atmospheric deposition, land-based sources, fertilizer, artificial turf, road, landfill, and air transportation. Also can be found, can be introduced by textile, tourism activity, marine vessel, and aquaculture. So approximately 10% will be end up in the ocean. So the degradation, such as physical chemical activity, ultraviolet and bacteria will degrade the plastic that enter the environment into micro nano size. So it will be breakdown of plastic and it can cause microplastic pollution. So in the ocean, the degradation takes lower rate and can be up until hundreds of years. So terrestrial ecosystem are usually among the most common place where our microplastic are prevalent due to improper waste of management and can be found highly degraded to the quality of soil. Then it can become serious environmental threat to our marine life. The marine organism can swallow the plastic either directly from the seawater or through the digestion of organism that has already been exposed. Then studies have shown that people that eat around 5 grams of plastic in a week. Okay, as a result, plastic waste as a result, the plastic waste will be accumulate in our plastic waste will accumulate in our body, so they may essential to harmful chemical. So this is the sources of microplastic. Usually, approximately around 730,000 fiber can be released into the wastewater system by washing machine load of acrylic fabric. And study report that more than 1/3 of microplastic in the sea come from the synthetic fabric, and the second highest come from car tire, which contribute around 28% due to wear while driving. Industrial waste is also one of the sources of microplastic in Malaysia, especially in Penang. Okay, so this is the primary and secondary microplastic sources, which is involved from the different way of plastic degradation. The primary sources usually come from cosmetic, polyethylene bag and plastic container, electrical appliance, good packaging, glass, and any other significant sources. The secondary microplastic usually originate from the breakdown of the larger plastic subsequently into the nano, micro, and micro size. So before it being discharged into the environment due to weathering, such as exposure to wind, abrasion, wave action, photodegradation, biodegradation, or hydrolysis, it can be potential route to generate the secondary sources. Okay, so if this is some major plastic type form in microplastic. So if we talk about form of plastic or group types of polymer used in plastic, they have been classified into several forms. So this, the industry usually dominated by 6 plastic group such as polyethylene, polypropylene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene, polyurethane, and polyethylene terephthalate. Okay, so this is some example of type of microplastic. So 71% of gross microplastic usually released was contributed by fibers. So a study by Patagonia revealed that unfiltered microfiber usually found in wastewater treatment about 40%. Second type is the microbit, which is non-biodegradable plastic particle with diameter less than 1 millimeter. And this one can be used in skin cleanser, aspirated soap ingredient, and also toothpaste. So due to their size, they can travel to our treatment plant as well. The next one is the styrofoam. This one is usually widely used and everyday use in our food takeaway container, coffee cups, and packaging products. So styrofoam chemical can be leaked into our food and drink and can affect our human health. So most municipalities do not recycle styrofoam as well. The next one is noodle, usually a plastic pellet that used in manufacturing plastic product. So due to their size as well, the noodle often spill out from the transportation during distribution. So the storm and rainwater will help in terms of pushing this noodle into storm drain and get into the lake as well. Next one is plastic fragment. This one is smaller bits of plastic that break off from bigger piece. So it's a prominent one include a cartridge, lid or single-use item. So the current status of microplastic pollution in Malaysia. The current status of microplastic pollution in Malaysia usually a significant problem, which microplastic have been found in various environments, especially in ocean, river, and air. And studies have shown that microplastic are prevalent into coastal water and beach in Malaysia, with high concentration of microplastic being found in area with heavy human activity and poor waste management system. And it also have been found in marine animals and seafood caught by Malaysian water, and it raised the concern, especially to government, on the potential impact on human health. And it's also can significant contributor to plastic waste in the ocean, where our Malaysia being the second largest contributor of plastic waste in the ocean, right after China. So government around the world, not only Malaysia, they are beginning to take the action on microplastic pollution. So many countries have implemented the bans of certain type of single-use plastic, example straw or bags, and introduce the tax on plastic product and encourage the citizen to reduce their plastic consumption. So our government also have invest in research and development to find the better way to manage the plastic waste. So this also include on how to develop the new technology to capture and remove the microplastic from environment, as well as how to find a way to reuse and recycle the plastic material. Okay. So environmental impact is depends on the how the plastic is handled, and it may pose significant threat to environment and to climate when it reach the waste phase of its life cycle. So when plastic is burned, will be emit the greenhouse gases, mainly carbon dioxide. So the primary environmental concern to terrestrial, aquatic, and public health. So toxic exposure from incinerator, mist-wave contain plastic, nitrogen oxide, VOC, carbon monoxide, particulate matter, PAH, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbon, and PCB, which is polychlorinated biphenyl. So for human health impact, microplastic usually can physically harm our human, which is by injury or irritation to our skin, eyes, and respiratory system, and also can cause chemical impact. Microplastic can also transfer our harmful chemical and pollutant to animals and humans, which is this chemical known as persistent organic pollutant. Food chain transfer, which can be found in marine animal, include fish, shellfish, and when we consume these animals, we also consume the microplastic, which is associated with the chemical or pollutant which is we consume. Microplastic also can be act as a vector for pathogen, which is the microorganism can cause disease and can also act as a carrier of bacteria and virus. And microplastic in air can be inhaled and have impact on human respiratory system. So in conclusion, microplastic pollution can affect human health in number of ways, include physical injury, chemical exposure, food chains, transfer, and acting as vector for pathogen and bacteria. While the research is still ongoing, it's important for us to take steps to reduce the microplastic pollution in order to protect our human health and environment as well. So potential threat to human health due to environmental exposure to microplastic. Evidence has shown that different types of human being due to overexposure. Plastic particles are recently found in human blood sample where polyethylene terephthalate, polyethylene and polymer of styrene are the major one, while polypropylene is in the below limit to quantification in number. So this groundbreaking human biometric study demonstrate the plastic particles are bioavailable for uptake into the human bloodstream and associated risks. So we believe that this particle cause some other malfunction in body, which it has yet to be identified. Like example, gastric exposure, pulmonary exposure, and dermal exposure are the main route, which is the microplastic enter our human body and cause negative impact on human health. So Malaysia Roadmap to the zero single-use plastic. So in recognition of mounting plastic pollution problem in country, in year 2018, Malaysian government has released the Malaysia Roadmap to zero single plastic use from year 2018 to year 2030. So Malaysia has formulated the economic model according to the United Nations Sustainability Development Goal (SDG), which is one of the environmental protection. And the single-use plastic include plastic straw, wrapper, and cartridge should be banned and replaced with more eco-friendly material. So as a conclusion, microplastic pollution is a global issue that affects our environment, animals, and humans. So it's important for us to understand the different perspective on this issue in order to find the solution. And scientists are researching the effect of the microplastic. Government also take action to reduce the plastic waste, and citizens are advocated for to change this perspective. So it's clear that microplastic pollution is a complex issue and one that require a global effort to solve. So by understanding the different perspective, we can work together to find solution that will protect our planet for our future generation. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Noor Azalina, for the great presentation and very informative. Okay, right now we are try to engage with the audience. So we are waiting a comment from the audience. Are you ready, Dr. Azalina, to answer from them? Okay, let me look into the comment. Okay, from our respected audience, it's a nice topic. What is harmful about the microplastic? Dr. Azalina?
All right, thank you. So, as mentioned before, microplastic can absorb any unwanted or undesirable chemicals, includes heavy metal, chlorinated, biofilm, and pesticide. So, human consumption of microplastic can result in an increased exposure to this chemical, which can lead to poisonous effect in future.
All right, that's your answer.
Yeah.
Okay, can we have another question? Okay, it's okay. It's time for us to engage with the audience. Okay, from Amira Aminuddin. Hi, can I know what are the effects of the microplastic on human health? Proceed, Dr.
Right. So
Nazalina.
the effect of microplastic on human health usually is different. Human may experience any oxidative stress, cytotoxicity, neurotoxicity, or, like example, immune system disruption, and can transfer the microplastic to other tissue after we expose them. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Alina. Okay, those who are attending our webinar today, you can sign in using the Google form at the link below to get your e-certificate. And if you have any other question, just come to our website or come to our university and come to our faculty and meet us. We can sharing some session with you. Okay, have a nice day and thank you for everyone. Have a good day.